right after we filmed last week's show. Just
Yeah.
like a couple hours, I think, afterwards.
Well, that wasn't even like the official like news. We somehow I don't even remember where I saw that or how I saw
Mhm.
it, but like it didn't really break until the following day, which was insane.
Right.
But yeah, Tom Brady
Yeah.
has unretired. We didn't even
He's
say what it
back.
was.
He's back. I
A
mean,
whole a
everybody.
full 40 days
Yeah.
that he was retired. I
Yeah.
think maybe not. He went home and spent some time with his wife and kids and decided that he would rather be on the football field.
Yeah. Rather go get blitzed by 300
And actually,
300-pound linemen.
that is what he was quoted with saying. He said, "These past 2 months, I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates and I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. Unfinished business. Let's fucking go." And just
Let's
quick side
fucking
note,
go.
like I was telling you before,
Yeah.
when I see the LFG thing, because I've played a lot of I played some online games in the past.
Yeah.
I think of looking for group, and it's like
Okay.
ingrained
Yeah.
into my head.
Yeah.
So every time I read that in something, I have to like stop and be like, no, that's not what it
It's,
is.
it's like that's
Like,
not what Tom's saying.
that's
Tom's
definitely
already.
not what Tom's saying.
Tom's found his group.
Imagine if he was though. Imagine if that's what he meant, looking for group. Like come on, 49ers. It's my last season, maybe. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Exactly. That would be crazy. I mean, obviously, that's something that we talked about on the previous show. The potential hope that I had that Tom would return to his hometown Niners and win one more Super Bowl with us.
Although you know
And
what, that's not even completely not impossible now. You know what? He might play Tampa with Tampa the year he's already on contract, right?
yeah,
And then maybe he
yeah,
won't retire and he'll play another season somewhere
yeah.
else. You never know.
That's true. He is only on. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that's saying that his 23rd season is going to be his final season. He's just saying
Exactly.
he's coming back for. He's like, we've already got plans for a 24th season down in San Francisco. He's like, I'll honor my contract because I'm a good person, and
It,
I'm
it also makes me wonder if this was some kind of like publicity stunt in a sense, because it was
maybe
a very, very short time period. Oh, I'm going to retire. And then all of a sudden and he's like literally the biggest name in football. So
yeah
for him to do something like that is obviously going to garner tons of attention.
yeah
So, I
yeah
mean,
because
maybe Tom genuinely did think he wanted to retire, and for whatever reasons, maybe he didn't want to hang out with his family. I'm kidding. I'm sure
yeah
his family is very
yeah
nice. I'm just joking, but whatever the reason was, maybe he genuinely had a change of heart and realized he did want to keep playing. But it's a surprising move to see, and a very it's like a huge
yeah
180. It's like, really, you're just completely flipping around in no time.
yeah
It
yeah
doesn't make a lot of sense.
definitely. It's it is interesting. It is, and I mean, obviously, Tampa has said, Tom has been mentioned with speaking with quarterbacks coach down in Tampa, Clyde Christensen, that they're really planning on trying to load up, and with this being the last year they have Tom under contract, trying to win a championship. I mean, some of the moves that they've already made in the off season here. Um, so one of the things they did was they acquired Shaq Mason, the former Patriots offensive guard, for a fifth-round draft pick. So getting him because they lost Alex Kappa, one of their top offensive linemen. They're also bringing in former Falcon wide receiver Russell Gage. They franchised Chris Godwin, and then they ended up signing him to a 3-year, $60 million contract. They're bringing in. They re-signed a couple of their key players like Aaron Stinney, Ryan Jensen, as you said, a very unique-looking man.
Oh yeah, that
Ryan
was on
Jensen.
the first
Yeah,
attempt. Yes,
yeah,
I was shitting on Ryan Jensen a tad, I guess, but I mean, I compared him to Joe Jacoby, who was also a rather ugly man as well, but
sure.
very awesome players. I'm just poking
Yeah,
fun at them. They're a little.
of course. I mean, and as an offensive lineman, I mean, you're doing the dirty work down in the trenches. So I
Yeah,
mean, you almost got
exactly.
to be a
It kind of makes
nasty
sense.
mauler anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they also re-signed Carlton Davis, who was one of the top corners on the market, to a 3-year, $45 million deal with $30 million guaranteed. And then they
I'm
brought in
sorry. I'm
another
sorry.
former
Did you say Carlton Davis?
Carlton Davis. Yeah.
Is that
I
is
don't
that not the character's name on the Fresh
from
Prince?
from I so
Is it, or am I
is it
wrong?
is
Carlton.
his last name Davis? I know it's Carlton for sure,
No,
but
it's
is it
Carlton
Davis?
Banks. It's Carlton
Carlton
Banks.
Banks. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
remembered now.
That's right.
Oh God, I was gonna
That,
say that'd be hilarious, but
that would have
oh
been.
yeah, it is Banks. Okay.
Getting an interception and then maybe does the Carlton on the field. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be the best thing ever.
That would be. I mean, he could still do it. His name is still Carlton, so
That's true. He could. He could.
yeah. And then they also got another former Patriot, Tom, trying to go on a recruiting spree, getting former Patriot safety Logan Ryan, who spent the last 2 years with the Giants. Um, and then obviously, as we mentioned before, Tom was known to be sneaking into somebody's DMs of notably released wide receiver recently, and that receiver, of course, being Julio Jones, the you know, one time probably best receiver in the league. Now he's had a couple rough seasons where he's been banged up,
Yeah.
but I mean maybe he can go down there and play in Tampa, and Tom will get the best out of him. I mean Tom's been known to play with some receivers later in
If
their
any, if
career,
any, if any quarterback is going to make a
get
receiver look
success.
good, it'd be Tom Brady. Or yeah, give him success. Maybe not look
Yeah,
good,
I
but
mean he was feeding Antonio Brown last year. I think Antonio Brown had like 45 catches in just 7 games before that meltdown happened.
before the meltdown happened, that was
Yeah,
just, yeah. No
so
one's ever going to forget that. That was
yeah,
some of those memes that come out with that. Him holding up
yeah,
the sign, or
yeah.
just
Oh
gold.
yeah,
Love
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Love it.
exactly. Yeah, so we'll have to continue to see what happens, and I expect Tampa to have a good season. Obviously, the fact
Yeah.
that they have Brady back instantly makes them a contender in the NFC again because you know we thought they might be moving forward as idiotic as it would have been with Blaine Gabbert, and it's
Yeah,
like
that would have
okay,
been
well
really,
that's
really stupid.
all right, Bruce. Is that your play? Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, I mean, from a football fan standpoint, obviously, I think it's a good thing for the game to get Tom Brady back for another season. I think it's going to be more exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why I still go back to thinking that retirement thing was maybe somewhat of a publicity stunt because they know
Maybe, I
it's just
mean,
gonna.
he
Maybe he
retired on
genuinely
Super
had a
Bowl
change of
weekend.
heart. Who knows? Who
Yeah,
knows? But I don't know, man. It feels odd. The biggest player in the NFL
yeah,
retires, then unretires. It's like I don't
yeah,
know, man. That seems a little fishy to me. But I'm glad to see he is back because, like you said, it'll make it more exciting. It's always fun to watch Tom Brady play. What was especially fun is
absolutely.
watching Taylor Heineke beat Tom Brady when I was at that game. I have to say that was one of my favorite things ever. But normally, it is nice to watch Tom Brady light it up and play like he
Yeah,
usually does.
yeah. I mean, and I imagine like getting beat by Matty Stafford, and that game he almost let him back. That ferocious comeback. They were down like what 24-3, and then Tom almost got him back. And that didn't seem like the way he was going to go out. I mean, he last year, you know, I know he's 44, but he led the league in passing yards, completions, touchdowns. It's like the dude's
Yeah,
still at the top of his game. I mean, if he would have walked away, he would have walked away still playing the best football of his career.
absolutely.
That's actually going to do it for the Extra Point Show this week. Thanks for tuning in and joining us. Hope you guys liked the show. If you did, make sure that you're subscribing to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. So, yeah, subscribe for more content. And if you are a Niners fan, also check in for the weekly Niners news update.
And any Commanders fans, remember to check out the Commanders Countdown. We also have other short clips sometimes, about either team if there's various news. But yep, definitely check that out. And thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Have a good night.